Dubai is known around the world for its shiny skyscrapers, luxury shopping malls, and bright lights that never seem to go out. For many people, it looks like a land of dreams where anyone can find success. But behind the glitter and glamour, there is another story. This is the story of thousands of immigrants who come to Dubai with hope, but end up facing very difficult lives. Fatima traveled a long way from her village in West Africa. She was full of hope and dreams when she arrived in Dubai. She believed she would find a job taking care of children in a kind family, sending money back home to support her family. But her experience was very different. Instead of care and kindness, Fatima was forced into a life of prostitution against her will. She lost her freedom and her dignity. She was trapped by debt that seemed to grow endlessly. Every day was filled with fear and pain. Fatima is not alone. Many women come to Dubai hoping for a better life, only to be caught and forced into sex work by traffickers who promise good jobs, but bring cruelty instead. These women come from many countries in Africa, Asia, and Eastern Europe. They face abuse and violence, with little hope of escaping because the law and society often do not protect them. In Dubai, prostitution is illegal, but many women are hidden in secret places like massage parlors or private homes. They are silenced by threats and fear. Many try to escape, but some are caught and punished, and the police sometimes do not help or even ignore their suffering. These women often have nowhere to turn, trapped in a world that pretends not to exist. At the same time, thousands of men travel to Dubai from countries like India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Nepal. They come to find work and send money home to support their families. People like Junaid, who once wove carpets in a small town, hoping to make a better life for his children. But instead of steady and fair work, Junaid found a harsh reality. He worked long hours in factories and construction sites for little pay. Sometimes his employer took his passport, so he could not leave or complain if he was treated badly. Many workers live in labor camps far from the city, crowded into small rooms with no privacy or comfort. The heat in these camps is unbearable, and the food is often poor. Despite laws meant to protect workers, many employers in Dubai ignore them. Workers are afraid to complain because they risk being sent home without money or even being arrested. They endure many months of hard work, far from their families, trying to pay off debts they took to get their jobs. Some send home almost everything they earn, sacrificing their own well-being. Yet, even in these hard times, many immigrants find ways to survive and support each other. Fatima found a shelter that helped her escape her dangerous life and start again. Junaid and other workers come together in small groups to share advice and stand up quietly against unfair bosses. They build communities through social media and by meeting at places they trust. These friendships and support systems give them strength in a city where many feel alone. While Dubai is famous for its wealth and luxury, it is important to remember that this wealth is built on the hard work and suffering of many immigrants. These are people with families, hopes, and dreams. Their stories ask us to look beyond the beautiful buildings and bright lights, to see the human lives behind them. The system in Dubai, called the kafala system, ties workers to their employers. This means workers cannot change jobs or leave the country without their employer's permission. This system gives employers a lot of control over workers' lives, making it very easy for abuse to happen. Workers who try to escape abusive employers risk being punished as criminals. This has trapped many people in forced labor without freedom. Some women are tricked by false promises of good jobs, but end up forced into sexual exploitation. They do not have any control or choice. Sometimes traffickers use false documents to bring victims into the country. In some cases, victims are as young as teenagers, forced into work they never agreed to. Domestic workers, mostly women, are especially vulnerable. Many have their passports taken, cannot leave their employer's home, and work long hours without rest or fair pay. Reports have shown that these abuses are common despite promises of reform. Even though the UAE government has made some changes to improve workers' rights, many problems remain. Without strong legal protection and the ability for workers to speak out safely, abuses continue. Many employers still ignore the law, and workers struggle to defend themselves. This story of Dubai's immigrants is not well known because it is hidden behind closed doors and invisible to the tourists who visit the city. But it is very real. It is a story of courage, pain, and hope. It shows how people survive when they have very little power, and how they fight every day to protect their dignity. It urges us to remember the human cost behind shining towers and luxury lifestyles. Listening and sharing these stories is important. They show us the true price of the city's rapid growth and remind us to care about justice and humanity. For Fatima, Junaid, and thousands like them, survival is not just about money. It is about holding on to hope, respect, and the dream of a better life. By opening our eyes to the dark side of Dubai, we can begin to demand change. We can support the end of forced labor and trafficking. And we can honor the strength of those who, despite everything, keep moving forward. Their stories matter because they remind us that behind every success story, there are faces and voices that deserve to be heard.